Things to do in Amsterdam. Hello guys. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Travel the World. If you want to visit any other country in the next video, then tell us in comments. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Today, I am going to talk about things to in Amsterdam. Amsterdam is the Netherlands capital, with a population of 872,680 inside the city appropriate, 1,558,755 in the metropolitan territory, and 2,480,394 in the metro zone. Found inside the area of North Holland, Amsterdam is casually alluded to as the Venice of the North, ascribed to the significant number of trenches that structure a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Amsterdam was established at the Amstel, which was dammed to control flooding, and the city's name gets from the Amstel Dam. Beginning as a bit of a fishing town in the late 12th century, Amsterdam got perhaps the main ports on the planet during the Dutch Golden Age of the 17th century and turned into the central community for money and exchange. In the 19th and 20th hundred years, the city extended, and numerous new areas and rural areas were arranged and assembled. Amsterdam's 17th century channels and the 19th-20th century defense line of Amsterdam are on the UNESCO World Heritage List. Sloten, added in 1921 by Amsterdam's district, is the most seasoned piece of the city, dating to the 9th century. The Amsterdam Stock Exchange is viewed as the most established current protection market stock trade on the planet. As the business investment of the Netherlands and one of the top monetary focuses in Europe, Amsterdam is viewed as an alpha world city by the Globalization and World Cities Study Bunch. Amsterdam's fundamental attractions incorporate its noteworthy channels: the Rijksmuseum, the Van Gogh Museum, the Stedelijk Museum, Hermitage Amsterdam, the Concertgebouw, the Anne Frank House, the Scheepvaartmuseum, the Amsterdam Museum, the Heineken Experience, the Royal Palace of Amsterdam, Natura Artis Magistra, Hortus Botanicus Amsterdam, Nemo, the shady area of town, and numerous cannabis bistros. It attracted more than 5 million worldwide guests in 2014. The city is additionally notable for its nightlife and celebration action. Here are some of the top destinations in Amsterdam, which you should never miss. Amsterdam. Cycle to hidden gems. There are more than 800,000 bikes in Amsterdam. That is a more significant number of bicycles than individuals. Cycling in Amsterdam is a lifestyle made simpler by the city's great cycle courses and level scene organization. Amsterdam consistently beats the competition in arrangements of the world's most cycle-accommodating urban areas. There could be no better method to investigate the district's attractions than by pedal force. Bounce on your bicycle and head to Sloterplas for a plunge in the rambling lake, or cycle over to Ouderkerk on de Amstel to investigate a 12th century town idol loaded with notable sights. A considerable lot of Amsterdam's tricks of the trade can be found from the solace of your seat. Van Gogh Museum. Opened in 1973, the Van Gogh Museum had the most extensive assortment of Vincent van Gogh's works on the planet. This incorporates 200 canvases, 500 plus drawings, and 750 letters, just as pieces by peers and impacts like Rodin, Monet, Signac, Toulouse-Lautrec, Manet, and Gauguin. Van Gogh's work is hung sequentially, introducing 5 unique times: Noonan, Paris, Arles, Saint-Remy, and Auvers-sur-Oise. There's a lot to relish. However, sunflowers, almond blossoms, bedroom in Arles, and wheatfield with crows is basic. With more than 2.1 million guests every year, the Van Gogh Museum is the most mainstream historical center in the Netherlands. Rijksmuseum. An exceptional exhibit for Dutch craftsmanship, applied workmanship, and recorded antiques, the Rijksmuseum entices you through 800 years of Dutch history at a reason-assembled neo-Gothic royal residence. About 8,000 pieces are on show at any one time, and for some individuals, the historical center's zenith is the assortment of Dutch Golden Age artworks. There are works of art similar to the Milkmaid, the Night Watch, and Portrait of a Young Couple. You can leave on experience through Dutch culture and plan, through Delftware, materials, glass, protection, ensemble, form, and dazzling 17th century dollhouses. S2 displays that give a feeling of the Dutch Golden Age are the Hartog plate, the most established known curio of European investigation in Australia, and the harsh of the HMS Royal Charles caught in the raid Medway 1667. Unlike the Van Gogh Museum, the Rijksmuseum is quite often occupied, so pre-booking with getyourguide.com will allow you to skirt the line. Drink on rooftop bar. Toast to Amsterdam's fantastic engineering and staggering horizon with mixed drinks at one of the city's snappy housetop bars. The display vista will be as confounding as the beverages at Juniper and Kin Cocktail Bar, juniperankin.nl, situated on the 21st floor of QON. Searching for a considerably more vivid experience? Absorb the rambling vista while you take a plunge in one of them in the open-air jacuzzis at Canvas, Volkshotel's porch bar that is known for its moderate beverages and precious perspective on Amsterdam. Or, on the other hand, swing on over to Adam Tower for cold sundowners at Panorama Restaurant Madam. You'll feel like you are large and in charge. Amsterdam Shopping Street. While numerous guests head directly to the bustling corporate retailer mecca of Kalverstraat, those aware of everything get their retail treatment at one of the city's all the more privately enhanced shopping meccas. The most notable of these is De Negen Straatjes, or the 9 streets at an exciting warren of cobbled roads that associate the virtual channels among Leidsegracht Radwestraatrat. Here you'll discover more than 200 retailers, including a fine choice of free shops, vintage shops, and Forte stores selling everything from planner dresses to carefully assembled beautifiers. In case you're searching for keepsakes to bring home, avoid the scams and shop for good Dutch plan and quality Amsterdam brands at the local goods store in De Holland or the Amsterdam store in Central Station. Wallen Tour. Strolling voyages through Amsterdam's red light district isn't elusive. However, no other administrator recounts the tale of the famous neighborhood from the viewpoint of sex laborers. Run by important non-benefit the Prostitution Information Center, PIC, strolls intend to empower an open discussion about the misjudged business and increment regard for sex laborers, the term liked by whores. Go up to PIC's public venue, restaurant, and presentation space a couple of moments before the visit or come before counsel the sex library over espresso and cake. Aides are either ex-sex laborers prepared to open up about their own accounts or analysts on the business who can answer in a real sense any question from how much cash you can make in a move to the old inceptions of the exchange. Given PIC's central goal to change hearts and brains, there's literally nothing repetition about the conveyance here. This is a genuine purposeful venture for aides, and you may wind up crying a tear. Adam Toren. The blocky Adam Tower found straightforwardly opposite Central Station on the opposite side of the IJ River welcomes guests showing up in Amsterdam via train. The first construction, planned by engineer Arthur Stahl, opened as the Central Command of Royal Dutch Shell in 1971. After going through a redesign, it presently houses a blend of workplaces and stylish bars, cafes, and lodging. It secures the energetic redevelopment of Amsterdam Noord. In the wake of getting access to the housetop deck of this 22-story tower, pay only €5 extra to swing from the edge. And Frank House. On the Prinsengracht, the Anne Frank House protects the mysterious annex where the youthful diarist Anne Frank stowed away from Nazi abuse from 1942 until she was caught alongside her family and 4 different occupants in 1944. The rooms are on an encased yard behind a 17th-century waterway house filled in as the Dutch HQs of the Zest and developing organizations Frank's dad worked. Otto was the Frank family's sole survivor of the Holocaust and distributed his little girl's journal in 1947. You'll see the first duplicate of this characterizing work, just as photos and things have a place with the Frank family and the 4 different annexes for various occupants. The mysterious rooms give an intuitive feeling of what it resembled to live secluded from everything, while transitory shows on abuse and dictatorship will rouse re-established watchfulness. Vondel Park. Amsterdam's Park of Decision is a serene segment of lakes, undulating yards, and developed trees pushing west from the Museumplein. A pleasant piece of random data about the recreation center, arranged in 1865, is continually sinking and should be redesigned each age to stay away from being totally immersed in water. The Open Luck Theatre puts on an energetic timetable of free unrecorded music, musical theater, and men's club from June to August. Albeit the exhibitions cost nothing to watch, it very well might merit booking on the web to hold a spot. The Rose Nursery in the focal point of the Vondel Park was planted in 1936 and developed more than 70 kinds of rose, while the Recreation Center has a figure, The Fish, 1965, by Pablo Picasso. An entirely decent approach to go through an hour or so is at the Neo-Renaissance Vondel Park Pavilion, worked in 1874. There's a restaurant, Vertigo, in the cellar, with seating on the porch outside. Jordan District. Jordan District was created during that significant development in the 17th century. The Jordan was first settled by Amsterdam's working class and an international. The array of immigrants, like Huguenots from France and Puritans from England, looking for the city's religious acceptance. Up to the 20th century, the Jordan was firmly a neighborhood for the salt of the earth, as well as the radical left, and was gentrified in the second half of the 20th century to become a treasured shopping and nightlife district. Explore the tight streets and sequestered courtyards, kick back at a snug little cafe, potter around the many specialty shops and galleries, and visit the Noordermarkt for its organic farmers market Saturdays. Denigenstraatjes, 9 Little Streets, is your first stop for boutiques, design shops, and stylish bars. Canal Cruise. Amsterdam's trench voyage is basically a platitude, yet water is such an inborn piece of the city that you need to jump aboard. You'll be conceded the best perspectives on that 17th century vendor and aristocrat houses, the countless extensions, noteworthy chapels, and charming houseboats. Day or night, it's a chance not to leave behind. The solitary exciting part is working out the best voyage for you. GetYourGuide.com has a tremendous decision, taking into account all preferences. Let's assume you favor to a greater degree an individual outing. There are 60 minutes since quite a while ago guided journey on a bit of vessel, or you can see sights like the Skinny Bridge and Golden Bend and lights on an hour-and-a-half evening trip. There are semi-open boat trips, top-to-bottom travels for individuals who need to see every last bit of the waterways, supper travels, limitless beverages travels, mixed drink travels, and no limit of close encounters. If you like the video, please like, share, and comment. Thanks for watching.